विपक्ष के नेता डॉक्टर मुकुल संगमा ने राज्य में एक नई सरकार बनाने की आवश्यकता का आह्वान किया है, क्योंकि मौजूदा सरकार सभी मोर्चों पर विफल रही है। बुधवार को कांग्रेस विधायक दल सीएलपी की बैठक के बाद पत्रकारों से बात करते हुए डो मुकुल ने कहा कि वे एनपीपी के नेतृत्व वाली एनडीए सरकार के गठबंधन सहयोगियों को राज्य का नेतृत्व करने के लिए एक नई व्यवस्था की सुविधा की आवश्यकता पर लिखेंगे। उनके अनुसार वर्तमान कानून और व्यवस्था की स्थिति विशेष रूप से राज्य में उग्रवाद और उग्रवाद के मुद्दे से निपटने में गंभीर असर डालेगी। ये पूछे जाने पर कि क्या वह सुझाव देते हैं कि मुख्यमंत्री कोनराड के संगमा को पद छोड़ देना चाहिए, विपक्ष के नेता ने कहा कि जो नकारात्मक घटनाक्रम हो रहा है वह स्पष्ट संकेत है कि वर्तमान नेतृत्व देने में विफल रहा है। उन्होंने आगे कहा कि राज्य सरकार विपक्ष द्वारा दी गई जानकारी का संज्ञान लेने में विफल रही है कि गारो हिल्स क्षेत्र में उग्रवाद का पुनर्समूहन हो रहा है,
which speaks volumes of the intent of the government of the day. They want to push the responsibility from one another and try to escape themselves from the kind of responsibility. These are condemnable. These are not acceptable. They must take responsibility for everything that has happened. Even the failure to know that some subversive activities was going to happen. To prevent any instance of any IED blast. Yes, preventive measures. Only when it has gone beyond their capacity to handle, they woke up. They woke up. You know, when somebody is in deep slumber and suddenly he wakes up, he doesn't know what was happening around. You know, that's how human behavior works. That's why I used to tell sometimes when my PSO in the car is dozing off, I said, hello, if something happens on the road, you'll suddenly wake up and won't know what to do. So the government was caught while it was in deep slumber. So they didn't know how to handle the situation. Suddenly the Home Minister also finds it too hot and dropped it, you know, and said, no, I don't want to handle it because it's too hot. This is how one wants to take responsibility of governing the state. Is it a joke? Friends, therefore, we must correct our way forward. We have to realign our thinking, which should revolve around protecting the interests of the state, which should revolve around assuming upon ourselves the responsibility of protecting the interests of the state, protecting the interests of the people, and do what is for the larger good of each and every member of the society. Each and every. Why was it? It was not because we were trying to play to the gallery. No, we meant business. We knew what was happening. And I'm sure the Chief Minister should be knowing more than what we know, because that is how the people who are in the helm of affairs of governance are expected to have access to all inputs, multiple inputs. And therefore, friends, it's a matter of concern for each one of us. Today, I'm afraid that if we allow this chalta hai attitude, the government with this chalta hai attitude to carry on, we will have a future that none of us would like to witness. A future where you will have lawlessness, a future where people will have no reason to find any hope. What is required today is to ensure that a ray of hope is made visible to the youth of the state, to the people of the state, to people belonging to all walks of life, and create an environment where we have reasons to believe that there is an opportunity for each one of us, each member of the society across the state. And therefore, there is a reason to come together and ensure peace, restore peace, and sustain peace. In absence of this visible collective endeavor coming from all of us, and hope to fulfill the aspirations eluding the people, will have serious negative ramifications in the future of the state. We would like to condemn the manner in which the issue was handled, the manner in which the alleged fact encounter has taken place. Because this also has a very, I must say, serious ramification for the future of the state. Dealing with the problems of law and order, militancy, and insurgency is a very, I must say, it's a very challenging task. The problem itself is a complex problem. Therefore, you need a team which is completely focused, where the priority of dealing with these challenges cannot be superseded by other priorities. Today, we have a situation where the government is there, but there is no governance. There is government, but there is no governance. Are surprised to see how the government tend to create a vacuum, a perceived vacuum, that the government tries to send a message that there is no home minister. We know who is the home minister, and we also saw from the media that the home minister wanted himself to be relieved from the portfolio of home police. That's all we know. But we don't know whether home portfolio, which was proposed or requested to be relieved from him, whether the chief minister has acceded and relieved him and vested the portfolio with himself, or to have allocated the portfolio to somebody else. As of now, we know that there has been no reshuffling of the portfolio. No reshuffling. But we are surprised that somebody is refusing to act. That means they want to shrug off the very important responsibility. The important responsibility of dealing with this crucial department, Home Police. This cannot be something which can be expected to be part of the narrative also. We don't expect this type of strategy adopted by people in government. Affairs of governance is not something which should be taken as, okay, if I want to do, I will do. If I don't want to do, I don't do. The call of duty, when they are in position, they also have the responsibility. The responsibility which should supersede everything else. Look at the interests of the people, the larger good of the people. The interest of the state precedes everything else. I have shared this concern and this message also, trying to reach out to our friends in other political parties in the state, who are part of the partners in the coalition government, the MDA government. Now we would like to therefore make a clarion call to all concerned, including the people of the state, and the members representing the civil society organizations. To play productive and effective role in our bid to contribute to achieve the objective of saving the state. I am telling you, once again, I have told it earlier, on behalf of the CLP, on behalf of my colleagues and friends, on behalf of people who share the same concern, that if we don't act to ensure that there is a new dispensation who will be vested with the responsibility of governance, the destruction of the state will be completed. We will allow further deterioration of the situation. We will end up seeing the state inflicted with irreversible problems, the problems which will be difficult to be resolved. We are already late. I think the scene around us, what we have seen in the recent past until the Independence Day, only reflect about what we are talking. It actually just is just something which has, I must say, because of the circumstances, we were able to know what is happening. But the undercurrent, which was known to us, we have shared with the government. That's the reason why we say we were asking the government, the chief minister, who should be actually calling number of meetings, particularly the meeting of the State Security Commission.